We are in a place called Oasis. To explain a bit about what we're doing here and what this place is all about, I have my friend here, Laura, and you're gonna tell us a little bit about what this place is all about.
This is a neighborhood that is really poor in the north of the city of Medellin. And Stratos is actually the social class of people that live in Medellin. Starts from 0 and it goes until 6. 0 is complete poverty, like people that live in the streets, homeless people, and the majority of people that live in this neighborhood are Strato 1.
What would you classify as daily life for the people that live here in Oasis? What type of jobs do they have, or do they have jobs?
Yeah, so the majority, 80% of the men that live here are actually the ones that raise their family and give all their money to keep the family alive, basically.
Okay.
And what they do is construction.
Okay.
You will see a lot of construction going around, and they have to leave their homes every single day to go and go to the construction place and leave their family so they can provide, right?
Okay.
And most women actually work at their place, at their home.
Yeah.
They don't have jobs, the majority of them.
Okay.
Or some of them find maybe to do manicures, pedicures, right? Like more into that area because, yeah, they don't have opportunities to study or to learn more things.
Okay, and we're going to see some of that today. So we're going to see many construction sites here where obviously the men are working. Like maybe something like this, some painting, construction, and also there's little shops. Basically everybody, like you can see, this is just like a house, but they have turned it into like a liquor shop. Hola, ¿cómo estás? So they're just, that's, you can see some of the women there basically in a place that's their house, but they've turned it into a shop so they can be at home and work at the same time. That's basically many of the shops that we see around here, right?
Yeah, and something very important to notice about this neighborhood is that this neighborhood is actually an invasion. And it's because everyone who landed in this place, they started building their own houses without buying the land, right?
Okay.
So basically they just take power of that land and started building it because they don't have anywhere to live. And after 10 years, the government can take over that place because now they take ownership.
So this place, like some time ago, let's call it 10, 20 years, whatever, was just empty. There was nothing here.
Yeah,
and then
empty.
These people arrived. Where did they come from?
Most of them were coming from the countryside.
Okay.
Medellin, outside of Medellin, the little towns, because they didn't have anywhere to go.
Okay.
So
those towns are very poor over there?
Yeah, the towns are really poor there and they don't have opportunity, so they go to the city to look for better opportunities. Okay.
So they come here for the jobs because obviously all the construction sites and things like that where they can work are here, right?
Yeah. And a lot of people start selling things in the streets, like you can see in all the stoplights. You can see that they start selling little candies or whatever, and they take their kids to sell because that's a better opportunity to get more sales, right? Because if you see a kid selling, then
you feel more sorry. Yeah.
More sorry, but yeah.
So the children start working very, very early. Like in our countries, the US, Australia, whatever, children might start working at like 16. Here you see them as little as, 4 or 5 years old. Selling candy on the street, right?
They train them for that, and that's kind of the mindset that they start creating, which is really sad because they start or asking for money without doing anything, or selling little candies, and at the end nobody really buy them, just give them money because okay, go, right? Like we don't want to promote that.
And at the same time, them being on the streets takes them away from learning, from school, from actually things that are going to help them in the long run because their families are desperate for money now, I guess. Which kind of has a rolling effect on their lives forever, no?
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad that they have to do that.
They have really bad environments to grow, very loud places, and they don't have opportunities to actually learn better things and have a life, future.
Yeah. So you can see behind us, we just passed some construction sites. That's kind of the thing that the men might be working at, and obviously we saw some shops as well, and that's obviously what all the women are doing. What kind of earnings can a family or someone working in this and living in this area expect to earn per hour? Let's talk in US dollars. How much money will they be making? Watch out, motorbike.
Most of them actually can get like $1 per day when there is a good day.
What? $1?
Yeah, $1, $1 to $2 is like the max they can get in a single day.
Okay.
A lot of people also work in recycling and like collecting trash.
Like the bottles and things.
The bottles and
But
recycling.
let's go back to this $1 a day, right? How many hours do these people have to work to earn this $1?
They start super early in the morning, most of them. Like the ones that are doing recycling, they have to start super early and start picking up because it's kind of like a competition. Who gets more,
Who gets
right?
the most? Okay.
So they start really early and they usually go back until they get until like $2, let's say, because
Okay.
that's when there is a good day.
Even the construction guys who are working on the
construction
construction
guys are
site?
actually the people that are better positioned, right?
Yeah.
Because they get to earn at least the minimum salary in Colombia.
Okay. It's about $300 a
Yeah,
month?
around $300.
Okay.
Which is, when you think about it, it's not enough to sustain a family.
Is that good money to live here?
It is enough to live here.
Yeah.
It's still like when you have majority of these families have like 3, 4, 5 kids.
Okay.
So when you think about it, like to buy the milk, to buy the diapers, to
Yeah.
buy everything.
It adds
it's
up
not
very
enough.
fast.
Exactly.
So they're basically just living from like day to day.
Yeah.
They're
they
not really
live
thinking
day
about
to
the
day.
future or the futures of their children or anything. Hola, ¿qué más?
Hola, bien.
Bien, okay.
Bien.
Yeah, so the future of their children, there's no future planning because they don't have the, I guess, luxury to do that.
Yeah.
Is just get food to eat today and then think about tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and that's why most teenagers, we just saw a lot of teenagers here,
Yeah.
and most of them get very like into bandas, which are combos
Gangs.
of big gangs
Yeah.
for people and selling drugs
Uh-huh.
and prostitution, and it's really common here to go that way, that path, which is why we don't want to do with the kids. We have to change their life, and that we have to teach them something else
Okay,
to
so
have a better future.
the reason that many people turn to drugs and like prostitution and all those things, would that be because there's not many opportunities to earn here? Like
Definitely.
limited jobs, and even if they work 10 hours a day, they might only making $1.
Yeah.
And then these kids see that and say, you know, I don't want to do that. I'd rather sell some drug and make, you know, 50 times of that in 5 minutes.
It's kind of easy money because
Yeah.
at the end that's what people are looking for, and they go to Poblado, for example, where
Yeah.
they can sell those drugs, or where they see the market for that.
Yeah.
So it's easy money, and
Okay.
some of them also are trying to, I don't know, kill people even.
Mm,
right? Like,
yeah,
because
that's
those
actually a
gangs-
job here.
Yeah.
They
it
call
is a
this
job.
sicario,
It
right?
is a job, yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, they call it sicarios, as you say, and basically it's just they get paid really well, and it's just easy. They just give them a gun, and
Yeah.
then you can go like, this is the person that we're looking for. You have to go on a motorcycle and kill them. So some of those people, some of those gangs are actually working for that.
Okay.
It's a huge band that is from here in Moravia. So,
Okay, so that's in this neighborhood
Yeah.
where we are now.
yeah,
Okay, so that's the bad stuff.
yeah. the band.
But we're trying to do some good stuff around here, and we're going to actually visit one of the children who takes out English classes every week. Her name is Hime. We're going to visit her and her family and see her house, and we're also going to see like how she lives, what's her daily life like, ask her some questions, and then go from there. What do you think?
Yeah, I love it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So you can see up here some more of the stores that they have here. People selling clothes. Maybe this is a plant shop. Or maybe they just have lots of plants in their house. A lot of like little tiendas, which are like little shops where they're selling like water, drinks, food, different things like that. But this is basically what most of it looks like. And you can see that if any of you have actually been to Medellin, because you've been to like Laureles, Poblado, very different world from here, because those areas are estrato, as Laura explained before, social class, number 4, 5, 6, right? Which is upper middle to high class. So that's the type of stuff that you guys have seen. What we showed you before was 1 bordering 0. So it's very, very different. But one thing that I do like is, you've probably seen here, people are just walking around, enjoying their day. Look at these kids just hanging around. Everyone seems pretty happy, playing sports, having a drink, talking to their family, like this kid here. Hola, ¿qué más? ¿Estás feliz?
Sí, sí, sí.
Siempre?
Siempre.
Listo.
Hola.
See, this kid is happy. Why not? ¿Entiendes inglés? Okay. Poquito.
Sí, más o menos.
Okay, listo. Gracias. We're approaching the house now, so we're going to actually see what one of the kids who comes to our English classes every week. She's probably the best student we have, as they call here in Colombia, Tessa.
Sí, es muy tesa.
Muy tesa.
Very smart.
It's crazy how she actually has the concentration and commitment to learn despite living in these circumstances.
Yeah.
Which you're gonna see in a second here. All right, so we're in Jimé's neighborhood right now, and we're just approaching her house. So we're gonna show you guys a little bit about what it's actually like inside one of these houses and what kind of one of the families living in this neighborhood lives like. So let's...
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Gracias para invitarnos a tu casa.
Let's go.
Okay.
Welcome to my home.
Ah, qué buena inglés.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Hola, ¿cómo estás, señora?
Bien, ¿y ustedes?
Bien,
Bienvenidos
gracias.
a mi casa. Yo no hablo inglés.
Okay. ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Dora Herrera, la mamá de Jimena.
Okay, mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Bienvenidos
Gracias.
a mi humilde hogar.
Okay.
Es nuestro hogar.
¿Qué tal los zapatos?
No, para nada.
No, ¿todo bien?
No problema.
Okay. No problem, inglés.
Ay, no.
Ah.
Algunas palabras que ya me han enseñado mis hijas.
Nos vamos a mostrar un poco de tu casa. Y tú puedes hablar español. Tranquila, está bien. Entonces,
Welcome to my house.
okay, oh,
Yeah,
inglés.
she wants
Es
English.
la
Ok.
combinación entre español y lo que he aprendido.
Living
Living
room,
room.
okay. Vamos.
Wow. Show
Living room. So aquí, sientes, así no. Y aquí tenemos una vista.
us. Wow.
Ah.
I love this balcony.
Qué fresco, ¿no? ¿Qué más tenemos acá, Jimé?
Bueno, de
La cocina.
sí, la cocina de kitchen.
Okay. Y gato, hola.
Oh.
¿Cómo se llama?
Lupe.
Lupe. Uy, se ve enojado. ¿Esta es la cocina?
Yes.
¿Y tú sabes cocinar?
Yes.
¿Qué cocinas?
Yo a veces le hago comida a mi mamá.
Ajá.
Le ayudo a mi abuela a
Ok.
cocinar, que mi abuela vive en el piso de abajo.
¿Y qué más tenemos? Aquí, lavandería, el baño. ¿Y en dónde duermas usted?
Acá.
Llévame con la hermana ahí.
Wow.
Aquí.
Frozen.
Ay, qué bonita. ¿Y acá duermes usted y tu hermana?
Sí.
Yes.
¿Y la mamá?
Yo duermo allá en la sala. porque
En la
estoy-
próxima.
En la, sí,
La
en
sala.
el mueble se le pongo pues, un tendido de cama y ahí duermo yo porque es...
Más que la escuela, ¿qué haces para divertir?
Yo voy todos los jueves a unas clases de defensa personal
Oh,
Wow.
porque hay mucho feminicida, entonces
Mm.
la hicieron solamente para niñas.
¿cuántas niñas están ahí en la
Son
casa?
como casi 20.
Uf.
Sino que es una entidad sin ánimo de lucro como ustedes, que son como una fundación que le da ese servicio a niños de escasos recursos. Entonces yo aprovecho para tener como ocupada a mis hijas en medio de tanta contaminación visual y auditiva, que acá hay una fonda como tú dices. Entonces se ve tranquilo ahí, pero en la noche es horrible, llenísimo.
Mm.
Entonces yo intento como que eso que me dé el gobierno, el Estado, alguna fundación, yo lo utilizo mucho con ellas.
¿Quieres algunos sueños para el futuro? ¿Qué quieren hacer?
Pues sí, yo quiero ser una empresaria.
¿Y qué necesitas para hacer ese trabajo? ¿Necesitas estudiar algo o solo aprender inglés?
Yo en este momento estoy en 7º grado,
Ujú.
8º, 9º, 10º y 11, que es el último grado.
Sí.
Y después de 11 me gradúo del colegio para ir a la universidad en la que tenemos que pagar para a estudiar la profesión que queremos, ¿cierto?
Ujú.
Después 2 años como de profundizar esa profesión y ya después ya seríamos eso.
Profesionales.
todo
Wow,
el
lo
plan,
tienes
todo
súper
el plan.
claro.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
she has the whole plan ready to
encanta,
go.
me
So that's
encanta.
cool. Pero el primer paso es para aprender inglés y ahora estamos tarde para tu clase, entonces vamos.
Vamos.
So here's a bit more of the neighborhood, guys. Like you can see some more of the little stores that they have here that people run, just selling little things like that.
Hurts.
We got some birds. It's a pet store, I guess.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah. Another one.
Shoes.
One thing I'm always surprised about is how people can concentrate in these places. It's just so
So loud.
loud, people everywhere. It's just in complete disorder. So that's another challenge, I guess, that
Yeah. Her
a lot-
mom was mentioning that, and that's why she's trying to take her to other places
Ah.
where she can learn.
Yeah.
Where she can distract herself for actually this environment.
yeah.
And yeah, I think that's amazing.
Watch out. Traffic is crazy in Colombia.
Yeah.
Acá en mi colegio.
Ah, okay. Her school is over there. Oh my goodness. El taco está loco in Colombia. So guys, I'm just going to show you a bit more of this area and some of the sights and sounds. We got this. This is like arepa venezolana, okay? With the cheese.
Sí, arepas de chocolate.
Arepa de chocolate, pero tipo estilo venezolano, no?
Sí.
So arepa is something that they eat here in Colombia, very famous. But the Venezuelan style, they cut it and they put cheese in there. And some people say that's better than the Colombian ones.
Yeah, and there are tons of Venezuelans living in this neighborhood
Yeah.
as well. So that's why, yeah, you find all kinds.
That's one thing that you didn't mention actually earlier in the video. The people living in the neighborhood, Moravia and Oasis, many of them come from the farms of Colombia or Antioquia, this state,
Yeah.
to search for more job opportunities and things like that. But there's a huge contingent of Venezuelans here as well.
Yeah.
And we have a few in the English class. What's the story there? Why so many Venezuelans in this city and in these areas?
Yeah, so a lot of people after the crisis in Venezuela started to migrate to Colombia and finding places where they can go again and doing black invasions because they don't have money to pay rent, they don't have anything. So most of them try to go to these places like Moravia where there are already some places established or they can find rent for very, very cheap.
Okay.
So that's why they come to these places.
We're just approaching the Centro Cultural de Moravia, basically the center for cultural development of Moravia. Gracias. So this is actually a very important place in Moravia, in this whole neighborhood. Can you tell us a bit about this area?
This is a really cultural space where the kids can come and have dance classes. This is where she comes actually to have like the personal
The fighting defense,
fighting
yeah.
defense. She comes here for that. There are the English classes, of course. There are like drawing classes, all kinds of cultural events. They
Okay.
happen in the center, so that's why it's helping the community grow a lot.
Yeah.
The kids learn a lot.
And all this stuff is an initiative of the local government. They built this all and they put on the classes for free
Yeah,
to
it's
help
for
improve.
free.
All right, so we're about to jump in the class now. These kids are all from the type of neighborhoods that we just came from, right? So let's have a look and see what is going on, but let's not distract them, right? So
Yeah.
Emily doesn't eat onions. How do you spell onions?
Onion.
O-N-E. S.
Onions.
Emily doesn't eat onions for breakfast. How do you spell Friday, babies? F-R-I-D-A-Y-S. Very good.
the English classes have been helping a lot over the last few years. The problem is though that we are running out of money to do the classes now. If you have any means to donate, we'd really appreciate it. Just click the link in the description and be taken to a page with all the details, and there you can give how much ever you like. But for example, classes and food for a whole year for just $205, right?
Yeah, we need your help, so if you can help, please click the button and donate.
So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks in advance for the donations.
Thank you.